make roads a top priority, fixing and maintaining them in a manner that makes it safe for folks to travel, whether they're driving, walking, or bicycling through our community. This takes a commitment on the part of government to prioritize needs over wants, and I am absolutely committed to that. Also, though, to create a safe environment on our roads, we need to have proper law enforcement presence. Right now, we're understaffed, and I would work to bring our staffing levels for law enforcement up to appropriate standards.
As the mother of a 16-year-old daughter who just got her driver's license, the safety of our streets hits home for me like never before. As your citywide representative on the council for the past 6 years, I'm proud to have voted to support historic levels of funding for street repair, to have reconfigured roads for safety, like we did on South 13th Street, to have expanded public transit, and to have funded the planting of trees that we will be losing to the emerald ash borer. I'm the only candidate in this race who has voted to support the budgets that have accomplished all of that. And I'm also proud of the improvements we've made on P Street, which include shorter crosswalk widths and benches where people can rest as they stroll and shop our streets. As mayor, I will continue to make these kinds of smart, cost-efficient investments that will make the pathway home safe and sound, no matter your age or ability. I'll never forget when my oldest child took her first steps on the sidewalk outside my home. I walked alongside her as she toddled and stumbled her way over to our neighbor's home. Fred and Verna, who were sitting on their porch, place they'd lived since FDR was president, waiting to greet us with a smile. A vibrant community should allow for many occasions to stumble upon one another and to do the things we love. As a former planning commissioner and your city councilwoman, I've worked hard over the last 12 years to make this a more livable and walkable community. I have supported a record number of sidewalk repairs, supported the construction of new downtown residences, and the expansion of our trails network. As your mayor, I envision a future that will include expanding the development of housing and easy access to services and retail in our neighborhood commercial centers and declining shopping malls, creating vibrant villages within the city where seniors would find attractive places to live, work, and play.
Walkability and livability means affordability. In other words, while we have spent a lot of time and effort focusing on downtown, and that has been great, that isn't always true as you move further away from the downtown and Haymarket areas. We need to create policies and procedures that are inviting and attractive to small businesses and workspaces in order to provide affordable services nearest to the place where people live. My administration would work to create that environment through the use of policies and zoning. Involvement by residents is extremely important in governance. That's why I have gone to neighborhood meetings and solicited the ideas and the thoughts of folks ever since I've been serving on city council. As mayor, I would not only continue that process, but I would encourage further processes. For instance, I would commit to a town hall meeting in every quadrant of the city at least once a year. I want to hear from folks. I want to know what your concerns are, what your ideas are, what we should be looking at. For instance, recently I have suggested a snow removal task force that would include folks who live in every part of our city, as well as law enforcement and first responders that rely on our roads, and the folks that do snow removal, the boots on the ground, if you will. Everybody should have a voice, and I'm prepared to listen.
If you asked any one of my 3 children what it's like to be with me out in public, I bet you $1 they'd say I'm chatty. I love people. I love hearing from Lincolnites about their concerns, and I love getting new ideas about how to make this city an even better place to call home. My record on the council reflects this. I was the first council member to start using Facebook to provide weekly updates and field questions from residents. I'm the only candidate in this race that was part of a bipartisan group of council members to hold a public listening session in a library. And while many will talk about transparency, I have done significant work to make city government more transparent. I initiated a grant from Bloomberg Philanthropies that created a new public website that publishes city data so people can keep tabs on what's going on at City Hall. As your next mayor, I look forward to creating a series of Mayor's Night Out where we could get together and chat about your concerns.